Off-grid news welcomes you to the news that's not fit to print. I'm again in Ukraine, and it's unseasonably warm here. I'm in short-sleeve shirts with my government-issued gun to help defend Ukraine and my Ukrainian comrades. It appears I'll have to get a new gun because Biden's buyback gun program destroyed mine. It's useless. In other news, President Putin says that you must subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends, or he's going to raise your oil prices. Babylon Bee reports NBC takes gold in the Olympics ratings dive. NBC Sports reported a dramatic decline in ratings for the Winter Olympics program, earning them the coveted gold medal for Olympic ratings dive. Chairman of NBC Sports proudly accepted the medal on behalf of the network, though he had to do it remotely due to China's stringent border policy. New information identifies how Russia entered Ukraine. Satellite footage shows that the Russian troops left Ukraine border, but leaves behind a beautiful wooden horse. Ukraine troops woke up to find the entire Russian military had abandoned their positions and retreated back home. However, it appears that the Russians have left behind a beautiful wooden horse as a gift for their troubles. Sources claim that once the horse arrived in Kyiv, everyone began to celebrate, drink heavily, and avoided World War III. The people shouted late into the night until everyone had either passed out or headed home. At publishing time, 130,000 Russian troops have popped out of a large wooden horse like Russia nesting dolls, sacked the city. Texas and New York compete against each other with a hoedown. Hundreds of people got together in Texas and danced their hearts out. This reporter does not know how to do the hoedown. In New York, police officers reported to headquarters that they had a hoedown on the corner of Pimp Boulevard and Hooker Drive. Biden made two vital calls. Here's the footage. All right, man, I'll tell you what. Yeah, thank you for emailing me. Did I just disconnect? Did I disconnect from him? Facebook suspended Ohio Senator candidate Josh Mandel after he posted an image that read beep, 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 which is a violation of company standards. The violation reads in part, any conservative that speaks political or non-political content will be suspended. Let's hand it over to the 100% accurate weatherman. Rob, what's the weather look like today? Looks like there's a 50% chance of rain wherever you are today. Back to the news desk. Thanks, Rob. Let's hope for no rain. The oldest living terrestrial animal in the world is a turtle. He came into life in 1832 and is currently 187 years old. He lived through world wars, the Russian Revolution, and 7 monarchs on the British throne, and 39 U.S. presidents. After all those events, handlers said the reason he lived so long is because he's never been married. Ukraine's President Zelensky said, I would like to thank the United States for support we have received during this difficult time. The instructions your army is providing is giving us the strength we need in this war. We have been learning everyone's preferred pronouns, how to respect each person, unique gender identity. We didn't even know what cisgender was until they completed the online training. This weekend, we're going to have a special drag queen story time for the children. I've seen how much the liberals in California enjoy that. I've also been learning about our white privilege and will work hard to increase our diversity. We know that this is key to our country's strength and is the only way we can win this war. Thank you. A Canadian pastor is in prison for talking to his parish. Supreme Galactic Leader of Canada said, my daddy was a Christian. I don't like my daddy. And therefore, all Christians will pay the price for my daddy's sins. Representative Yvette Harrell, Republican, New Mexico, said she is introducing a bill that would grant temporary asylum to individuals involved in the Canadian trucker protest. Nancy Pelosi immediately said, I will not stand before this treasonous act of allowing foreign nationals to seek asylum in our country When asked how she would stop the border crossings into the United States from Mexico, Nancy Pelosi said, "What? I don't see a problem there." Oklahoma Democrat candidate got drunk during her 12-year-old daughter's slumber party, which 8 to 10 teens, and used derogatory terms. Yeah, those Republicans are... Wait, you said Democrat? Are you sure it was a Democrat? I thought Democrats were woke. A former modeling agent known as Jeffrey Epstein's pimp was found dead in a French prison, where he was being held on rape charges, officials said. Jean-Luc Bernal, 75, was found dead Saturday after hanging himself overnight. Do you think Jeffrey Epstein made everybody sign a contract that said if you're thrown in jail for sexual misconduct, that they would hang themselves? I guess his girlfriend didn't get the memo. And President Biden said, "My fellow Jamaicans," I can't see. Our nation is in a crisis. The Deception Hobo 19 is still killing fat people. Replacing is destroying our far jar. That's why I've asked Congress to declare a full-scale attack on Joe Rogan. Not Joe Rogan, the Russian guy, the guy that the shirt comes on, and man, we got to get together. He got all our cranes, the better back build, better back, the better plan, man. You say 3 times fast, pal. Babylon Bee reports the Biden administration is sending horseback border patrol agents with whips to support the Canadian police. What an act of solidarity with our Canadian allies. Yeah, when I'm sending enforcements armed with long strings on sticks. You know, man. What do they call them things? Whips. Yeah, the whips. To deal with the dangers of freedom-loving protesters. It appears that Vice President-elect Harris left moments before the January 6th protests entered the Capitol, while Vice President Pence remained in the Capitol unaware of what was about to happen. When the Vice President Harris was asked why she left, she said, "I'm not telling you." That would give it all away. Oh, maybe I said too much. Biden said Russia to the United States in a nation of Europe to address legitimate security concerns. There are security concerns and ours. CNN's Brian Stelter is debunking more false Fox News claims about Canadian convoy. He said, "Fox News has been repeatedly inaccurate on coverage of the Canadian Freedom Convoy with protests against vaccine mandates." Oh. Or Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. What a guy. I love him. "Here's the truth. They're wrong." That should clear things up. 2 Black Hawk helicopters crashed during a training accident, Utah Air National Guard says. Biden says, "This doesn't... I am tired of Putin knocking down our aircraft patrolling our airspace. That airspace. Ukraine airspace in Utah. People from Utah have been close allies with the United States people for decades. Their president of Ukraine, he did something. Our prayers go out to the thousands of families from his destructive forces knocking down our aircraft in their airspace. I'm glad we're going to war with Russia because I'm really getting tired of all this virus stuff taking up the news." Biden says Putin is trying to pull us into, nope, that's not it. The war, because while Ukraine is under attack, no one is money laundering Hunter Biden and the Clintons' money. If you watch the show Ozarks, you will know how dangerous that is. Iran is up and ready to swap prisoners with the U.S. as talks approach the finish line. Biden said, I don't have time to deal with Iran or prisoners. I got to fight Russia. Nancy Pelosi said, I can't buy Russian vodka, so I'm going to try. Oh, that was tight. This Tennessee moonshine. Oh. Woo! That's some good stuff. Turns out nothing's safe from the virus. Packages of pork and beef have been infected with the virus. Where's my mask? They've been put on respirators. It's important that when you open a package of pork or beef, that it doesn't cough on you. As soon as you open it, you must put mask on the pork and beef to take it into the nearest center to get vaccinated. After legitimizing China, International Olympic Committee narrows down the choices for the next Olympics to Iran, North Korea, or Canada. Canada is our #1 pick right now, but it all depends on which country is willing to open up their wallets. Dictators love the international recognition and legitimacy they receive from hosting the Olympics. Babylon Bee opines, Americans who cowered under government oppression for 2 years urge Ukrainians to die for freedom. Across the country, millions of Americans who cowered under the oppressive government mandates for 2 years are standing up in solidarity with Ukraine. People urging them to give up their lives for freedom. That's democracy. We have to urge the Ukrainians. Who else is going to launder the money for Clintons and Bidens? In a world of firsts, researchers recorded the brainwaves of a dying patient and found that they are actually a light at the end of the tunnel, with families guiding them through it. VP Harris acknowledges Ukraine's crisis could mean higher U.S. gas prices and that we can blame it on Putin instead of Biden. This is the only reason Biden is trying to pick a fight, she said, so we can get the blame off of him about all his failures in office. It's a great strategy if you think about it. New study shows that the price of balloons are rising and are very expensive because of inflation. So be careful there. Somebody might not understand that joke. Democratic Representative Ruben Gallio of Arizona calls for seizure of trucks of protesters heading to Washington, D.C. and giving them to small business owners looking to grow. Let me repeat his name. Ruben Gallio, Arizona, Ruben Gallio of Arizona, just in case you didn't want to vote for him. Who does he think we are, Canada? I mean, heck, even the evil country of Russia doesn't even do that. What I don't understand is how that we know more about the Constitution than these people that are sworn to protect the Constitution. Department of Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg just got knocked up. Biden said, no. Putin knows I'm serious. All right, I'm not playing Russian roulette. The game. You have to take your clothes off. I don't do that. He takes his shirt off, not me. And we are 1 for 1, me and him. All right, he's got Crimea, and I got corn pops. Yeah. Who's talking now? So that's all your news that's not fit to print. Please share this with your friends on other social media sites. Click subscribe to get future updates. Thanks for watching.